Today, why your Navara blows black smoke. Hi, I'm Matty B and this is Diesel Geeks. Today we're tackling a common headache for all Navara owners, black smoke. Let's explore what causes it and how you can sort it out. EGR valves, I wish I had one here with me, but basically they have an actuator and the butterfly itself, and they're linked with a plastic gear set. And basically when it fails to regulate the exhaust gas flow, which essentially means that the engine starts suffocating on its own exhaust gas and basically brings out the black smoke. Now, it's crucial to address this because not only will it be causing the black smoke, but it'll also likely be causing high exhaust gas temperatures as well. Now, basically, you've got two potential fixes. The first one is that you replace your EGR valve itself. The second is that you blanket. Not that we recommend that sort of stuff here, but Navara is actually one of the very few vehicles that if you do blanket, it will not throw an engine code. But again, not that we recommend that. Now, next one to tackle is injectors. These injectors have a massive flow rate, like far bigger than any of the other diesel utes we get here in Australia. And it's also in one of the smallest capacity engines. So what that basically means is that they have a very high injector flow rate and a very short injection duration. But it means that as things go wrong with the injector, you've only got a very small margin of error, because whatever error there is exacerbated or multiplied by the injector flow rate, which is massive. Third one is suction control valve. Now, as we've discussed many times, this is essentially the throttle of the fuel pump regulating the fuel flow. But again, the ECU will calculate the amount of fuel based on target rail pressure, not actual. So again, this will be highlighted by the massive flow rate of the injectors, but it means that when the rail pressure is over, you will be overfueling, and when the rail pressure is under, you will be underfueling. Now, a typical symptom of failing suction control valves in Navaras is usually that they'll stall when you come back, when you're pulling up at the lights, for example, and they come back to idle. Or sometimes you can actually hear that the rail pressure is still really, really high, and they'll rattle for a few seconds until that rail pressure is dissipated. The fourth one is split intake piping. So I'm going to whack a video in now that you can see the intake pipe expanding and contracting without any load on it, just revving the engine up. It's pretty impressive. But eventually those pipes will break down and split. Now, when those pipes split, the ECU will calculate the fuel based on the mass airflow sensor. And if it's sensing airflow that's actually leaving the intake pipe and not going into the engine, it's going to put the wrong amount of fuel in because it's reading the wrong amount of air. Reason number 5 is a blocked intake manifold, which usually is due to EGR buildup. One of the problems that we see here is the buildup is actually more significant on number 4 and to a lesser extent on 3 and hardly any on 2 and 1. And so whilst the manifold airflow sensor, or mass airflow sensor, might actually be restricting the fuel based on the restricted airflow, it doesn't actually mean that the airflow is balanced across all the cylinders, and so you might actually find that you get a lot of smoke coming out of, say, cylinder 4 and 3, and then 1 and 2 is actually under fueling, but what we actually see out the exhaust is just the smoke. At Diesel Geeks, we pride ourselves on knowing the ins and outs of your vehicle. We don't just fix problems, we're here to explain how they happen and how you can prevent them, ensuring you stay informed and that your truck stays in top shape. If you have any questions, please drop them below and we'll get back to you with some answers. If you're looking for quality parts, do please consider us at dieselgeeks.com.au. We're here to help you drive smoothly and smoke free. Hope you have a great day.